At the luxurious Emross Hotel, preparations for the Christmas and New Year holidays are in full swing. The hotel expects many guests. But among them, there is one the most important. The hotel's general manager will stay here for a whole month. The heating in his house was broken, and the man will spend time in his hotel until the new year. The staff is a little worried because big bosses are not easy to please. Two maids carefully clean the room and ensure the customer has a paired number of things. Even serial numbers must be even.
우리 대표님 밥상에 쌀알도 세면서 드신다더라?
Young worker Becky Young takes her duties very seriously. Although not required, she decides to wipe the windows. The girl has a romantic nature, and her real passion is dancing. Left alone, Beck starts dancing. Swaggering, the girl does not notice that her show has an audience. The CEO is watching the scene, and he does not dare to interrupt the maid's dance because, at this moment, she looks happy. When Beck spots the director, she becomes embarrassed and hurries to leave the room. At the exit, Beck raises the temperature in the room by 1 degree so that the number becomes a pair. Such an act touches her employer. After the shift, the staff changes clothes, preparing to go home. Beck notices that she has lost her cross pendant. Although the jewelry is inexpensive, its value for a girl is very high. The pendant reminds her of a mother who is very ill. The woman loses her memory and often cannot even remember her daughter. Beck decides to go to the CEO's room. She knocks 3 times but remembers his passion for doubles. The girl knocks on the door one more time. Kim opens the door. He likes that he's not judged for being weird. The young man invites the girl to look for jewelry in the room. But Beck realizes that being alone with the boss is a bit indecent. The maid feels uneasy, and she apologizes and leaves in a hurry. The following morning, Beck returns with her colleague to the room while the director is away on business. The women want to find the jewelry, but they notice an envelope and a note on the table. Kim himself found the pendant, and Beck encrypted the name into a numerical code, calling it 10,020. Such care touches the girl because life does not indulge her with gifts. Beck leaves a thank you note, and she asks to call her when help is needed. Another day of guest service is over. Beck walks home from work on a beautifully illuminated bridge. The city was decorated for the Christmas holidays. Lights flicker everywhere and shop windows shine. The girl is in a wonderful mood, and she starts dancing again. Beck performs dance moves on the bridge and is unaware that she has again caught the eye of the CEO. Kim returns to the hotel by car. He notices familiar movements. Yes, it's Beck again. Without expecting it, the young man stops in the middle of the road and watches the girl with fascination. Beck is laid back, beautiful, graceful, and full of life. Kim involuntarily smiles and completely forgets about the time, and the signals of other cars return him to the real world. The next day, while cleaning the visitor's room, Beck finds a suicide note. A young man decides to commit suicide right after the holidays. A sensitive girl cannot just leave a terrible find, and she informs her superiors about a strange guest. Beck again had to cross paths with the CEO. She is still a little embarrassed from previous meetings with a guy, and she doesn't notice how the general manager is furtively looking at her. Kim decides to do whatever is necessary to make the guest change his mind about committing suicide. He praises the maid for her excellent work. Her employer's sensitivity touches Beck, and she looks at the boss differently. Kim returns to the hotel late in the evening. He notices that his maid is helping the boy retrieve a balloon stuck in a tree. A man watches a funny picture. Beck needs to be taller to jump to the ring. But the girl is not going to give up. She wants to climb a tree. Kim decides to help these poor fellows before Beck gets stuck on a tree herself. The task turns out to be more complex. He has to lift the girl in his arms. This is the only way to save the ball and return it to the boy. Young people touch each other for the first time. A spark flares up between the maid and her employer. They look into the other's eyes, not daring to ruin this moment. Finally, the director asks about the girl's plans because Christmas is coming, and Beck plans to visit the church. Kim expected a different answer and would dare to invite the girl to dinner, but the guy had to lie that he was also in a hurry to the temple. The young people decide to go to church together. Kim is awkward in worship. He gets up and sits down randomly, which amuses the girl. Beck realizes that the director doesn't visit church often, however, she likes to spend time together. Young people leave the temple. Fluffy snowflakes fall from the sky. The city is enveloped in Christmas grace. And Kim completely forgets that it's December 25th, the odd number he avoids so much. The director decides to give the girl a ride home. He discovers her upcoming dance audition, and Beck doubts her abilities. Getting into the world of show business takes work. Moreover, work makes it challenging for a maid to find time for castings. But Kim encourages the girl. It's time for Beck to get out of the car, and she looks into the man's eyes. They both don't want to be separated, but the rules of good manners only make us wish each other Merry Christmas and go our separate ways. Kim watches Beck walk away, and they smile at each other and wave. On the way home, the girl catches snowflakes and feels happy. Kim returns to the hotel. For some reason, he sees Beck everywhere. The next day, the director accidentally overhears a conversation between the manager and Beck. The boss informs the girl that she is being transferred to work on the lower floors. Now the room of the general director will be served by another employee. Beck is very upset by this news, and Kim notices her depressed mood. The man gives Beck a day off, takes her hand, and drags her to the audition. The girl did not prepare for the casting, and you must improvise. She dances on stage right in Maid's clothes. At this time, Kim enjoys her performance, dancing and clapping her hands, just like a boy. Kim notices that Beck is entirely different on stage, confident and happy. When a girl sees the director in the hall, he is embarrassed by showing his emotions and hastily leaves the casting. Kim looks forward to waiting for Beck at the exit of the building. He expects to see her cheerful. The director is sure that she succeeded and charmed the judges and him. But the girl doesn't share the enthusiasm of the man. She is distraught, her voice is trembling, and tears are about to pour from her eyes. Beck says she auditioned hundreds of times and was always turned down. This case will be no exception for her. She saw the faces of the jury, and the judges will definitely not give her a role. Beck is grateful to Kim for everything he has done for her. But she asks not to take care of her anymore. Remember, you once asked if I had any injuries? I do not have them, because people like me can't afford them, Beck says bitterly. The girl reminds Kim that she is just a simple hotel employee. Moreover, she holds a temporary position. If Beck leaves her role and takes his job lightly, she will lose her place. And there is no one to take care of her. The next day, the director reviews the financial documents. He notices how much work the hotel staff does. Kim informs his vice president of his desire to empower employees and pay extra for their service. The director asks the deputy to revise the terms of the contracts to save places for temporary employees. Kim asks the manager why Beck has been moved downstairs. The girl's boss reports that there are unpleasant rumors about him and Beck. Other employees notice them in the car. Such behavior is frivolous for a person of a high position. The CEO of a hotel shouldn't treat a subordinate like this. Colleagues gossip about Beck and whisper unpleasant things behind their backs. The manager accuses the girl of inappropriate behavior, alluding to her commercialism. Beck is broken down. It's unpleasant and offensive to her because she did nothing wrong. She was just trying to capture a piece of the Christmas story. But the reality is harsh. Beck hears her coworkers mocking her every step of the way. What did she put into her head? Is she able to build a relationship with the hotel owner where you work as a simple maid? The days after Christmas go on. Beck and Kim rarely meet at the hotel. The girl visits her mother on holiday, who's kept in a clinic for people with incurable diseases. Kim still overpowers himself and opens his father's safe. He tried to do this many times. The code contains an odd number, and the young man could not bring himself to enter it. But meeting Beck changes something inside of him. The director finds the courage to overcome the phobia. He opens the safe and finds an old postcard there. As a child, Kim made it a gift to his father. The boy drew a hotel and signed the drawing. I want to become the same cool hotel owner as you are. Kim always doubted whether his father loved him. But now, having found an old children's craft, he was convinced of his father's love and made one crucial decision. On the next day, Kim prepares to leave her room. He checks with the deputy about whether places for all workers will be saved, but the man doesn't give a clear answer. Most likely, after the holidays, all temporary employees will be fired. Entering the elevator, Kim sees Beck. Their eyes meet. Young people stare at each other intently in the face, wanting to stop this moment. Before leaving, Kim has to speak at a shareholder meeting. The man says that while staying at the hotel, he began to see things differently. He started feeling something he hadn't felt for the hotel before. Since childhood, Kim dreamed of being the owner of Emross. Now he decided to become a valid hotel owner, but on an equal footing with the employees. After all, they invest so much time and effort in the flawless operation of the hotel. Kim refuses to merge with another company. The director explains this by saying that the hotel belongs to him and the employees. The announcement caused outrage among shareholders. They are angry, but the man doesn't care anymore. He made a firm decision and didn't intend to change it. Kim hurries to the lower floors where the maids have gathered. The man looks for Beck's eyes. The girl can't believe the CEO is heading towards her, and it seems like her heart will burst out of her chest. Silence reigned in the hall. Everyone quietly watches the couple. Kim invites Beck to talk about the upcoming new year and asks the girl to celebrate the holiday together. Beck is flustered and confused. Tears sparkle in her eyes. The girl says that her colleagues call her a gold digger, and they are sure that she only communicates with Kim for money.
나한텐 파렴치한이라고 하던데. 꽃뱀과 파렴치한의 조합이면 그렇게 나쁜 것 같지 않은데.
Beck gives his hand, and the young people enter the street. Fluffy snow falls to the ground. The girl kisses Kim timidly, and he kisses her back as he still loves paired numbers. The holiday is in full swing. Beck and Kim are counting down to the new year. A new chapter opens in their lives. They are happy, like all the guests of the Emross Hotel, who were able to find their soulmate on this fabulous night.